And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let me bring it down the audio here. We're going to be bringing up the game sounds there, and we're back again. LFY into their second game. Lyrical joined with Mr. GoDz, Parker.
Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going good. Got coffee. I see you got some tea.
Got my tea. Letting it steep for now. Tea with my Coca-Cola. I feel like I'm going to be healthy to get tea, and then while the water was boiling, I opened the fridge. I'm like, oh, I'm going to grab a Coke. And I'm like, why am I doing this?
I have Monster with my coffee, which is also one of those, like, maybe I'm doubling down on the whole caffeine thing.
Definitely be in a good place in like an hour or two from now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be all ready to go. But yeah, 6 minutes into this game, we missed through the draft, but Newbee with a little bit of a different look this time. I kind of like it in some ways.
They have the Lycan. Gives them an objective taker, the mid Lina. I feel like this is what I remember Newbee.Y playing a lot back when SCCC was on their team. He was like the mid Lina spammer. Back to their roots, even with a different player. Radiant side, LFY again, super Death Prophet. This guy, like, is the iconic Death Prophet player, I feel like, in some ways. And a Bloodseeker Void. Interesting to see the Void played in a 3 position role. Does have pretty good synergy with the lineup. There's Death Ward, there's Earth Splitter, there's Death Prophet Ultimate. We've seen Death Prophet Void. That was the combo for a while. Go back to TI8. This is actually a great 3 position Void game.
Yeah, really, really good. Yeah, 3 position Void, definitely. Bottom lane, it's going to be more action going on, though, as Yao's going to get found, and Bloodseeker, maybe he's going to clean up here, doing some good, decent damage, but be able to do it.
There was a 1-for-1 trade up top at the same time, so a lot of supports going down. Supports die up top, supports die down bottom. All 4 supports dead. Not the end of the world. I assume, yeah, Dark Willow is a support this game.
And Inflame can't take the first creep wave, but you take the second one. That's still just the classic. Yeah, I like the Dark Willow in the support role. I played pub against it yesterday. Actually, no, well, against it sort of because he was on my team, and that's how it felt. It wasn't the greatest thing in the world. But it still feels like this hero has some value in the support role. It's just hard to get through the laning stage.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward. You play this 4 position role, but you don't have spam comparable to like Leshrac or Skye. Those are the heroes I always compare it to. Leshrac has a stun and comparable nuke damage. Skywrath has better nuke damage. I look at Dark Willow and I think, what does Dark Willow have going for her over those other heroes? And I think the main thing is the escape, the Shadow Realm. But
yeah,
ultimately, having an escape doesn't win you your lane. It maybe saves your life, but staying alive, it's not the greatest. You want to have offensive tools more than defensive tools when you're looking at 4 position heroes.
The other big issue that I found with it was that you don't really have wave clear, which means your waves are almost always going to be in a pretty rough situation. And against a heavy push lineup with a Death Prophet, that's something that's a problem. Amazing team fighter, a lot of the other stuff, but the turnaround here, they find themselves a kill.
Yeah, Lina coming in all the way from mid lane, and that was Bloodseeker and Witch Doctor initiating on a Doom who had Scorched Earth. He healed up through the Maledict damage. 3 points in Maledict did not do very much damage there because of all that heal. And unfortunately, also missed the Blood Right because of the nice little juke to the south.
Yeah. Well, they get themselves out of there. Up top lane, they were able to force a couple out of the Tier 1 tower, and now we have Just, who is going to be moving back to the jungle. They do manage to scan. This is going to tip Lycan off that, yep, I was right to want to leave that place, sends one wolf out to scout.
Lane. Rupture on Doom.
Uh-oh. Did he TP in?
Yeah, he just TP'd in. He ruptured Doom. Doom doomed him. They both stood there and fought. Bloodseeker won. That's how that went down. But, look, I think this game, I like Newbee.Y's draft a little bit better than LFY's. As good of a Void game as it is, they're very ulti and cooldown dependent on the LFY side. With that said, they play very well around ultimates, but I like the fast pace of Lina and Lycan. They're going to push down towers quickly. They're ready to fight more often, and they can punish these long cooldowns on LFY if they play it aggressively.
Just learned an interaction there. Witch Doctor Cask will still bounce to Dark Willow if she's in Shadow Realm. I did not realize that. Oh. That's not good.
No.
So we talked about the Doom Aghanim Scepter last time. Is it the time to see it again against the Bloodseeker? No more thirst?
No,
No.
it's not. It's not good enough against him. I think that's like this. Needs to be super situational and really good. That's just like okay, not amazing. Nice use of the Mud Golem, Helmet of Dominate creep there. Like I'm going to kill off Yao. Also swinging bottom, but Monet's already tucked himself deep in these trees.
Only the 2 points in blood right now, but can use that for some outspam if he wants. It's hard to tell where it's being cast from, and he is kind of in an awkward side of the jungle, so we might see that here.
Gonna set up.
Rupture there as well.
Doctor TPing in. Doom not the best target. We saw last time the heal worked very well against Malave. I think they seem to know what's going on though.
Oh, Monet's carved out such a nice space for himself here. He can still take this fight if he wants to, and Light Strike Array not going to quite be there on the mark. They do end up throwing out the Rupture there as well. It's going to connect onto 2 with the Blood Right, but it's not good enough. Too much damage.
Sniffed him out. They somehow realized just where he was, and they ate their way through all those trees. The LSA also cutting him down. Meanwhile, top lane, Void, Chrono, nothing.
All right.
Flame.
Oh, this is a classic Inflame play.
Yeah. He treads the line between genius and the opposite geniuses very often.
Looks like Dark Willa down bottom. Also in some trouble. No Terrorize. Did have Bedlam, but no reason to use it there. Well, God, I remember watching so many Inflame games because he didn't he used to play mid also.
Yeah,
for a while
on the old eHome team.
Yeah, and it was like he's gonna be this amazing dude all over the place, and then like he just wasn't.
No, he did not live up to expectations, but he obviously got 3rd place at TI last year. He's
Yeah.
still a very good player. It just wasn't like the, he had like Sumail-esque or maybe-esque expectations put upon him for where he could go. He ended up not really being a stable enough player to play mid. I like him in the offlane a lot better, but it's still very volatile with his performances.
Yeah, and you need that kind of loose cannon, and that's why Super is on his team, because Super is that sort of anchor that you want to have as a player.
Yep. They see them though. They've got a Wolf scouting these LFI heroes here. The glimpse back, Static Storm, Void. They had vision, my friends. That one a bit tough, as Lycan Wolves being able to scout them all out. Very nicely played.
7-9. They are also now pushing in heavily on this top lane. So, all right, Newbee.Y starting to pull some stuff together here. I like their draft. I don't know if they have great answers still for the Death Prophet necessarily. Like, if Lina can blow her up at the very beginning, it's good. But
again, these Lycan Wolves scouting. I love what we're seeing from Just on the Lycan. He's making all the right plays.
Take this fight. No Static Storm. But he will have another Connect Feld soon. They jump forward for Inflame. He didn't have Chronosphere there. He's dropping down very low.
The Lycan's being called out. In shapeshift, he got ruptured, so he couldn't actually get out of there. Still looks like an okay fight. The problem is this Exorcism is not something you really want to fight into, and luckily Super walks into a Bramble Maze. So a 1 for 0 so far. About to be a 2 for 0. They scout them out there, but they probably just wanted to back off because Exorcism, Rupture, Lycan can't really fight when ruptured. He doesn't have Necrobooks. Like, if you have Necrobooks, you don't care about the Rupture as much because your summons do all the damage. But in this scenario, Rupture combined with Death Prophet, just Exorcism on top of you. You want to run away from DP, but you can't. So,
yeah.
Very good combo from LFY. Top lane, Death Prophet's being called out, though.
Uh-oh. Witch Doctor ultimate to try and turn this one. Super is still going to die, and so too will Yao, but now Bloodseeker, seeing if he can clean up here as well. Blade Mail already out. He's done! Maybe, yes. Couldn't get out of there.
He hit that Blade Mail too many times, I would say. He had to use the stun. Like, you definitely use your LSA there, but don't do those right clicks. Perhaps you could wait out the Blade Mail and then use your Dragon Slave Laguna. Don't think he lives or gets the kill, but it was definitely not done the most efficiently. Insta-smoke from Newbee.Y. These guys want to just keep on playing high-paced, fast Dota. This is how you play against these lineups with long cooldowns. Death Prophet has ultimate off, and that means you should be going.
Diaole. I wanted to learn how to speak Chinese for a long time. I took a class in college, but I never kept up with it that much. I feel like it'd be a fun language to learn. Do you speak any other languages?
I speak a bit of French.
Huh?
Not very well, but
Okay.
I can understand conversations well enough. I can't. My vocabulary is very poor, mostly because I have not spoken French for 10 years.
I always feel like because I speak a little bit of Spanish, not very much, but I always feel like my like what's the right word for it? The grammar, the order that I say things ends up being incorrect. But I think it's still like good enough communication. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of like when you hear someone whose English isn't their first language and they have that broken English where words are mixed up. I'm like, that's probably how I sound when I speak French, or you speak Spanish, I guess.
Yeah.
In this case.
Or when we speak English, you know, sometimes that happens
That's
too.
Yep. Like gonna get punched down. Nice find there from the Bash Bros, Void and ET.
Super hiding. And spotted right there. Oh, no. Well, he actually kind of
got out, but
probably forced the Laguna Blade. That's the big thing there.
got out of the Lion's Den, but he found himself in the Bear's Den instead. Just one bad situation to another.
Yeah. Very low cooldown on that anyway, so I guess it doesn't really even matter all that much.
Not a big deal. See where they go next. For LFY, their ultis, it seems like they always seem to have one of them, which isn't a bad thing.
Oh my god. They hit none of their spells except for the cask there. All of them thrown out.
Bit awkward. Yeah, I think for LFY, we're not seeing those massive team fights where they use everything at once. It seems like they're more holding on to like an ulti here or there. Like Void will use an ulti for a kill and they still have Exorcism. Then when they use Exorcism, they'll suddenly have Void Chrono like 30 seconds later. So they want to stagger their ultis for now, it seems, which is probably not a bad idea because you're versing a team that doesn't have ultis. If you're using both ultis together, then you're incredibly weak until they come back up.
I kind of like the idea of Void going for an Ags this game, too. Like, this Mask of Madness is great for farming and stuff. Ooh, they don't have Chrono. And 2 caught in the kinetic field, no Static Storm.
Doom gonna ulti. VP's already thrown Exorcism out, so not the best target, but they're gonna Doom Bloodseeker instead. Very questionable Doom, because that Bloodseeker was way too far away. There was no follow-up whatsoever. Should be able to survive.
They pull back in one, though. Oh, and that was a pretty nice little play, though.
Yeah. Didn't even use Static Storm. They still got Static Storm here.
Chance for a turnaround, but again, fighting into Exorcism. I don't know if that's the way you want to do it.
Yeah. We've seen over and over again now. Exorcism just ruling these team fights.
It did receive that nerf in the last one where it takes a little bit longer for the full duration of spirits to go out, which is pretty noticeable, I would say. I think it takes like around, I want to say like 5 to 6-ish seconds for the whole sorts of them to come out, but once they're all out, obviously it's exactly the same spell.
Yep. That's where maybe, like that fight, she popped it earlier. Like before they even engaged, she was throwing the ultimate, so that's where those, that nerf perhaps wasn't even visible in that team fight there.
Yeah. But it gives you more chance to run away if you need to, but...
Flips back, they've caught Monet.
Rupture. Again, they do have the Static Storm down. Bedlam as well. Monet taking a lot of damage. Everybody's low, though, so he can run away quickly. Not quick
Can they kill this Lina?
There's the catch. Turn. Doesn't have mana and doesn't have his ulti. Oh, they're just eliminated.
Them.
And there's Inflame. Okay, they finish off a couple there. Can they kill off Afu? It doesn't look like it. What the hell just happened?
Bloodbath of a game. Void's like, can I get a bash, please, guys? Like, what's going on here?
Shadow Realm? She had it.
No bash? Okay, there we go.
She had Shadow Realm TP.
Before the ET stomp?
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess it wouldn't have mattered about TPing, but...
I don't know if she saw the ET stomp because it was on the trees.
Yeah,
like
that must have been it.
Probably should have been able to see it. Or at least seen the aura on yourself, but needless to say, maybe a bit of a mistake. Very action-packed here. LFY keeping things pretty even, slightly gold favored to them, and I think if this game drags out and stays pretty even, LFY are favored because of their big ultis and team fight. It's Newbee.Y who won a quick game where they just snowball off of kills and fighting with Lycan. But Lycan's Necro book has come up kind of slowly, it feels like. Going for the treads before Necro. We saw the treads after Necro last game. I like the no boots Necro 3 build a lot more than this build. But not a bad build by any means. It just seems like the faster you get the Necro 3, the faster your lineup comes online.
To me, it almost feels like these team fights are sort of an evolution in Newbee getting better and better each time at taking them. And I'm more concerned for LFY going forward because I think that they have the heroes to really mess with their team fights a lot. As Roche is going down, maybe throw Terrorize into this. Could be a big play, but they're not going to get there in time. Still, as they're coming out, Static Storm, it's down on it too, but nobody actually gets caught in it, with the exception of one, the Witch Doctor. He's already away. Monet's going to be stunned. Is he going to go down? It looks like with the Bedlam on top of him, might be enough damage. Taking a lot, though.
He's Aegis, though. He's going to respawn, and everyone's low.
Oh, no.
Lina not going to go for the Bloodseeker kill. Gets ruptured, and that may just be the end of this Lina's life.
No Blade Mail for 7 seconds, but still in trouble. Light Strike Array doesn't get hit either. Monet. It's pretty swift.
They get Roche, they immediately lose the Aegis, but it's still gold, it's still progression. Void Chrono again coming back up after the Death Prophet ultimate. They're not using these ultis together in fights, but that's not a bad sign by any means. And there are a lot of disruptive things for team fights, but I feel like LFY just have far better team fight is the problem. And Chronos here coming out, wants this Willow, get the Willow. His silence though, that Mask of Man is in flame, bro.
Oh, no.
I don't know if that kill's worth it. I think he gets out here, but it still seems a bit questionable.
He's stuck in the tree.
He's,
Oh, no.
he's Shadow Amulet, so he doesn't get glimpsed. That was a really sick play, actually.
Nice. In flame.
Oh, and then he gets the Shadow Blade. Yeah, he had the Thunder Strike on him and everything.
Oh.
So if he doesn't Shadow Amulet there, he dies when he gets glimpsed back.
In flame. What a guy right there. And the cast bounce back and forth. LFY, they're showing off a little bit here in this one.
That was really good. The Stomp, Bloodright combo, they just have way too much AoE and teamfight spells right now. Gets the slow with the time dilation. He's going to die coming out of Shadow Realm now. Silenced up, easy kills. They are definitely feeling good about themselves. 25 seconds until Exorcism. We've got to get a tier 2 tower here, and then probably we'll see them back off to go farm some of these side lanes and maybe even gun for this bottom tier 1, tier 2 tower.
Man, in flame giveth and he taketh away. That was the Miss Chrono top into the Shadow Amulet away and Shadow Blade afterwards. I was thinking about it like, you know, if they pop Exorcism, then maybe you can do something like try and Terrorize to get them just to run away and then disengage. But as you said, this team fight is just so much stronger if they manage to like force the fight. And that's what Death Prophet does so well. You force objectives. You know, Exorcism demands a response. And having an Arcane Rune now, I don't know if they're going to try and go for it again since you still have Chronosphere off cooldown in 30 seconds.
Well, they've caught ET with a glimpse. That'll be a kill. Unless he can stomp his way out, which, no, level death? Infernal Blade is there. One of those spells. Going a bit too old school there.
I don't think I ever played Doom when level death was a thing, to be honest with you. I came into Dota too late. I didn't like that hero. It always looked very strange.
Doom did.
Yeah. Well, like, and the spell was weird, it felt like.
Yeah.
Like weird capitalizations even. It was like esports.
Yeah. It had some all caps going on with an X. I think it was LVL exclamation mark.
Yeah.
Death. Like, why is there an exclamation mark in the middle of the spell? Why is there all caps? Like, well, what's going on here?
Oh, Chrono.
This Void just does not like this Dark Willow. Ooh, he barely gets the kill before the LSA. He likely still dies here because he silences himself, and I don't know about what Inflame's doing in these fights. It is genius one moment and just nonsensical the next. Can they get the Death Prophet, the Exorcism? Okay, barely gets the damage bringer down. The Voodoo Restoration was not enough. Only 2 points in the heal.
I mean, it works, I guess. Kind of.
You know, they win that fight, but that is not because of that Chrono. That was that was a bad Chrono. That was... It's okay if he gets the kill and gets out, but he died trading a Void for a Dark Willow. That's what he does there. He trades his life to kill a Dark Willow.
I mean, at the same time, if he forces out 2 other ultimates on himself, then I guess that's the main reason why it works. Like, Willow is really disruptive in the fights, but maybe all they need him to do to win a fight is actually just Chrono her. Yeah. Is that like a conscious decision that you think they're making? I don't know.
think Inflame's just looking for any opening to use Chrono and get a kill at the start of a fight. He wants to force fights, and I think LFY is like, okay, we have ultis, let's go fight.
All right.
His mentality's not like, let's solo Chrono Dark Willow. Like that's my #1 target. The best target he could find would be Doom or Lina, perhaps. Yeah, Terrorize is kind of annoying, but I think they can still kill. You've got this Chrono combo. It's not going for solo kills. You've got Earth Splitter, you've got Death Prophet Ult, you've got Blood Right, you've got Death Ward. All 4 of your teammates combo with Chrono. You don't need to go for a support.
Okay.
You don't need to... I guess, I get that sometimes you will only get 1 or 2-man Chronos. That's fine. You can't expect a 4-man, 5-man Chrono every fight, but you can expect your Void to get core heroes.
Right.
Lina or Doom. Doom would be a good target. You stop the Doom coming out, and these fights are a lot easier.
No, for sure.
I don't think stopping Dark Willow using her spells is a big deal.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm with you then. It's going to be a Radiance for Monet, so all he needs to do is stand in the Chrono now, and he's helping out.
Yeah. That's the play.
And Flame's like, don't worry, I got you, man.
And Flame's like, look, guys, I hit a 2-man Chrono. It's just like, one of them's the Bloodseeker. That's how he's going to hit more heroes in Chrono. Just going to get some teammates.
Well, he is Shadow Bladed again. Walking down the low ground. He sees one. Come at me. Oh, okay, he's going to go for the Disruptor.
How is that not a 2-hero Chrono? Like, I need to rewatch that one. Surely he had a 2-hero Chrono, right?
I don't know, man.
He has a 2-hero Chrono.
Yeah.
Perhaps he thinks there's more heroes behind the Doom, and he's like, I'm going to get these heroes on the high ground that are behind the Doom. That's why he throws the Chrono there. To
the
stop
next level play.
Yeah, the next level play. Inflame, man, you leave me speechless. That was like the easiest 2-man Chrono I've seen in a while.
For sure. Oh, man. I love it. So 26 minutes in, 25-19, and it's only 1,000 net worth lead. But I do feel like LFY is still the ones that are sort of dictating the tempo of this game.
Yeah, they're still looking very good. They've hit their item timings. They're pretty scary with when the BKBs. They're about to get double BKBs. Well, they've already got 1. They're about to have triple, I guess. They're about to get 2 more. And that will make life a whole lot easier against Disruptor, against Lina. Lina does do some good physical damage now. Level 20 talent could change some things.
This is nice, though. Getting the DP beforehand, she is going to get glimpsed back in now. So finding the kill on a DP here, if they can make it happen, this is a great fight.
They're getting a lot of value out of this Disruptor. Kabu's found a lot of kills for the team, and they're going to get +1. So nicely done. Definitely see what their lineup was meant to be doing this game. Just keep finding these pickoffs, play aggressive, utilize the fact you have this Disruptor who's a great chasing hero. Lycan is a great hero to force them to run away, and then you pull them back. Same with Doom. Often the problem with Doom is you doom someone, but they're too far away, your teammates aren't there, but Glimpse kind of makes up for some of the hard parts about Doom's games, where he doesn't chase that well.
Yeah.
We're going to take a tier 2 tower mid. That's going to even things up here.
And with Roshan possible to respawn, let's see how long the timer is. 2.5 minutes, so little unfortunate. Although, I guess with the DP back up shortly, it wouldn't have been able to matter anyways.
I think that's fine for them. It gives them time to slow things down.
Nice reactions there from the Willow, seeing the regen picked up, and they're going to bounce out again before Faceless Void Chronos her again.
That would probably be something Inflame would do. Roche coming up. Let's just use my Chrono for a support again. Why not?
Hey.
We don't need that for a Roche fight.
It's perfectly fine.
So Lina's level 20, gets the Fiery Soul stacks, but okay, this is a Chrono I don't mind. If you get the kill, which should be straightforward, needs maybe one more bash. Oh, he doesn't get the bash at the end.
Shadow Boy TP. Oh. Oh, he TP'd. He Shadow Bladed and then TP'd.
Oh, yeah. He's, you know, when Inflame comes close to you, he just has this aura, and you. Oh well, big fight near Roche.
Oh.
You know, maybe Inflame rubbed off on him a bit too much.
Influb.
Influb. That's a good nickname for him. Inflame. Oh, they have Thirst. No,
Oh, right. Good call. Good call. Good call.
Yeah,
Thirst, thirst, thirst.
We're fools. We are absolutely fools.
That's what happens, you
Thanks, Twitch chat. You guys are amazing.
know? They know what's going on.
No, it's late.
Oh, look at this, though. He's going to be able to run away quickly because of Thirst, though, as they run. And, well, the Stomp out there as well, trying to separate him a little bit. They have BKB on Void still.
Doom getting bashed in flame. He's going in.
He wants
He's
this
going to bring
one.
down this Doom. Nice played. Good team fighting so far. Can they get more with the Atos? They should. BKB's out. Try to connect field, find some more kills.
Easy as pie. As soon as Doom is down, it's just like you could do it. And also, obviously, having that pick off on Lina in the bottom lane makes it a little bit easier as well.
Into Roche, perhaps. Exorcism is expiring, but no Roche anyway, so 20 seconds. That will be perhaps a sigh of relief for the newbie young team who could theoretically still contest or go for Roche themselves. Exorcism will be down. They're going to have everyone alive with Exorcism down. That's their time to fight.
Yeah. This would be a very good timing for sure, but they need to find that initiation, and that's kind of the struggle with their draft, is that you basically just have to jump in and doom somebody. At least it feels like, or wait for initiation, then go for a counterplay with something, but the chase is coming forward. They do spot out this Dark Willow. They need a bash. Can they find it? The Shadowblade initiation coming in.
The bounty
Blade there as well. He wants to get it. Go for it. Oh, it looks like Lina is going to escape for the moment. Are they going to run into
what a
this?
terrorize. Terrorize into Bramble, into Bedlam. That was so well played from Dark Willow, catching two heroes. Couldn't quite kill the Void because of the BKB. Chronosphere comes out. He Chronos one. It's a great Chronosphere. Gets super. Well played by Inflame. He stops the Death Prophet from chasing into her death. And they will get out A-OK.
Monet's going to clean up. He sees her with Thirst. Although, actually, oh, Radiance Burn does it.
Very well played by LFY.
Man. Yeah, I think, like, again, you talked about it earlier, just the strength of the team fight lineup that you've got at the LFY. It doesn't matter if you don't necessarily hit each and every one of your spells perfectly. Like, it's just going to happen. Maledict on these heroes.
You've got so much team fight. Every single hero is a team fight beast at this point. You know, level 4 Maledict, Deathboard, that's a pretty good team fight. ET is ET. Death Prophet, Bloodseeker may be one of the weaker team fight heroes, but even him, with BKB Radiance, Bloodrite, AoE Silence, like, he can force the team fights with Rupture. That's the great thing about Bloodseeker when you've got team fight lineups, is you Rupture someone and they're forced to either TP out or stand their ground and fight. Or I guess option 3, run and take a hell of a lot of damage from Rupture.
Oh, this is great too. Picks up the Arcane Rune as he walks in for the Roche.
Nice, very nice.
Well, that is looking like it is likely to be Roche, although they're moving in. Oh no, it's too late, too late.
Cheese and Aegis both. Lycan Wolf gets here to scout things out, but too late to the party. What is the play? Their lineup has just not done enough, and they've got this Lycan who's heavily fallen off now. Unable to really compete in the late game. Just doesn't really feel like he's got a game anymore. I like what he did early game. Lots of great wolf scouting to try set fights up, but ultimately was not enough for them. Doesn't have Chrono.
Shadowblade! It's going to get there! Oh, they take him down!
Or split it to make sure they get the kill.
Now the Rupture as they run, but Kabu is done, and still a doomed up Chrono. Doesn't matter, rather Void, as they chase down this Dark Willow. Monet going to stay on top of him and force out that Radiance Burn damage. The slow death of the Dark Willow. Godlike Monet.
Monet's played very well. 15-3-13. He's been the stand-up player this game, and they are going to GG out. LFY have eliminated Team Newbee.Y here in the quarterfinals after a
We won't watch the throne fall.
captivating, thrilling game.
It's too much pain.
LFY, man, it's going to feel good for these guys. They got 3rd place at TI last year.